Over to the radar, and just a couple of things here on live Doppler radar that are interesting to me. See, these are hail tracks. These are like a sign of hail on the backside of the storm. So that's what the blue is at home. The yellow, of course, is our severe thunderstorm warning polygon, and that kind of also gives you a pretty good sense for how this storm is moving and where it's going. And we'll give you a fresh storm track now, because I think that's really what this is, just meeting 12. So if you know US 12, and it covers a long real estate just north of the Michigan-Indiana line, this cell is just meeting US 12 in Branch County. So the Bethel area, the Kinderhook area, the Clear Lake area, Camden and so forth, we're worried about those 60-mile-per-hour gusts now. Some trees coming down, some power lines coming down. That's the story right now.
And we're going to keep following this storm coverage, but we've had some other very big news break right now. Julie, why don't you give us those details?
Yeah, Vice President Kamala Harris has officially picked Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her running mate for the presidential election. So he will be her vice presidential nominee come November.
Yeah, last night it came out him and the governor of Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro, appear to be the final two choices. She has an event in Philadelphia today, so you wondered if it was Shapiro, but it's the governor of Minnesota is her running mate. We've come back on air. I'm sorry. Thank you for letting me know that. So again, Vice President Kamala Harris has chosen Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her running mate. Yeah. And of course, we'll have coverage on that throughout the day. And I think we want to go back to Jeff here for some more storm tracking, because we still have severe weather in our area right now.
Yeah, I think what we're going to do is I will keep my eyes on this warning. It's going to go for another 40 minutes in Branch County. It's just starting to exit out of St. Joe County. I'm going to continue to be in conversation with the National Weather Service and see what their new statements say and so forth. And, we'll continue to go from there. But all tornado warnings are expired. So good news in that capacity. Worried about some trees coming down, some really, really heavy rain in Branch County. But, Three Rivers, Kalamazoo, and Portage, thank goodness, in the clear. And if we have any new warnings, we'll let you know about it during live with Kelly and Mark. But we'll go back to that right now. And you wanted to recap that news one more time about?
Vice President Kamala Harris has officially selected Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her running mate for the presidential election this year. So big news coming out of Philadelphia. She does have a rally there this morning. That's where she announced her.
And loves going to sleepaway camp. But we've never done the full summer, like the whole time. That's 2 weeks is my favorite.
I think that's good.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think especially as for city kids, they need that independence. They need that time out in the country or wherever you can send them and get away.
The thing about 2-week camp is that when you go visit, you pick them up to leave.
Out in the country or wherever you can send them and get away.
The thing about 2-week camp is that when you go visit, you pick them up to leave. Did you go visit the 2-week camp where they would just visit the 2-week camp where they would just come home? Does he just come home?
It depends. If it's like a performance camp, which he's done both, where he just comes home on the bus from the camp, which is great. And, he tells me all about his exciting stories, or the kind where you go and see the last 2 days of the performances that they do, because he tends to go to arts camp. So then you do have to go.
And then you bring him home with you.
And then you bring him home with you.
That was great. Because Lola, we'd have to, if she did the 8-week camp, we'd have to go visit like midway through.
Right. Well, I sort of feel like my son is ready to work.
When we'd go out east, Michael we left to go to the store. Do you remember Steph's stuff?
I love Steph's
stuff.
The greatest toys. Every toy at Steph's stuff for his first 10 years of his life.
And Michael and her got along. He would go there every weekend. And he said, if you ever want to come here and work during the summer, and so we would drop him off. He'd work like 4 hours.
That's
but
perfect.
he would get a little change, and and I said, what did you do today? He goes, I was there pretty much making sure nobody stole anything.
Oh,
he was security.
Security detail.
Would you ever go into one of these driverless cars? Automated cars.
It's just like the forest, Mark. My answer is no.
Well, San Francisco.
I'm taking a driverless.
In San Francisco, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
Look. In 10 years, this may sound really like we're out of it and we didn't know what the future was going to be, but right now I am terrified of it.
So am I.
Plus, I also love to drive, Mark. You may not know this, but I love cars. I love to drive.
Okay.
I am I know about engines.
What do you know about engines?
Yeah, like a V8 engine versus a V6 and how much horsepower it has.
You know that?
I do.
And the V8's stronger. It's stronger,
Oh,
yeah.
it's so strong.
I love driving too. I just don't. I mean, in San Francisco, it's a big deal. I think wherever you have a grid, it'd be good to have. It'd be easier for those driverless cars to go and not
Where we are right now, we have a severe thunderstorm warning in the far lower corner of Branch County, and now a tornado warning until 10:15. I don't believe it's going to last as long in Branch County, but for Hillsdale County and far northeastern Indiana and northwest Ohio, certainly the 10:15 expiration time merited here. So that is the warning right now for Lower Branch County. This is Hillsdale County, Steuben County, and Williams County, and it goes until 10:15. And I'm getting an update here on the velocity scan, and it looks like the worst of it is right on the Michigan-Indiana line. So we'll get you back over there in just a moment. So let's check out live Doppler radar and show you what's going on with this storm. And you can see overlaid here are, of course, the severe thunderstorm warning and also the tornado warning. So much like a lot of the activity this morning, this is diving southeast and diving more east-southeast here at about 30 to 40 miles per hour. So we'll draw out a rather long storm track, but in line with that sort of general guidance. And I'm going to draw it really right where all the states come together. So we'll draw this into far northwestern Ohio, but Bridgewater area, Pioneer, Mill Creek. We'll bring that back up on your screen here again. Also Gorham and Elmira, and eventually over to Morenci. So that's the latest here on live Doppler radar. Let's show you again that we continue to be under a tornado watch. Now, Kalamazoo County has been canceled from the tornado watch. So that's the good news. And I suspect some other counties will be able to be lopped off here. But for the moment, Calhoun County, also Cass County, St. Joe, and Branch counties remain under a tornado watch, and that goes till 3 p.m. So there it is for you. Again, tornado warning, lower Branch County till 10:15. And then the severe thunderstorm warning also goes until 10:15. That's for 60-mile-per-hour gust and also 3/4-inch sized hail. Let's check back in with the velocity couplet now and our latest sort of velocity scans and look where the different wind directions are married together. That's right on the Michigan-Indiana line. So it's right about in here. That's right about in here. And we'll go ahead and query some of the gusts right around the Fremont area. Look, they're coming in about 35, 40 miles per hour. And, the reason, again, this was just issued is because we've got the air going in completely different directions here, opposite directions. That's indicative of rotation. That's why these things get issued by the National Weather Service, and certainly understandably so. So, again, some of the couplet in northern Indiana, the northeast sort of quadrant of it is in lower Branch County. So we're going to continue to stay on until the couplet moves out of the county. But there's your motion as we look at that. And, we did this a bunch earlier this morning, but a couple of things that we want to continue to think about now in lower Branch County, well south of Coldwater, by the way. We want you in your safe spot. We want you in your safe place for about another 20 minutes here. And that includes the basement. Includes an interior room, 4 sturdy walls. That includes a bathroom. We want you away from windows, and we want you to cover your head. So that could be as simple as a mattress or a pillow, or maybe your bicycle helmet, or maybe even a motorcycle helmet. So those are the things that we kind of want to be thinking about here for the next 20 minutes. And we'll see if we get some updates here as we go back to velocity here and just kind of get a quick sense here for where this is moving. I'm also looking at radar scope on our weather tablet here. We still have part of the couplet lingering in the far lower part of Michigan. So until that leaves, we're going to continue to stay on with this warning here. But this is west of M49. So that's 49 that actually travels from Ohio and then all the way up into to Michigan. This is also just south of the Algonsea area and northeast of Jamestown. This is also just northeast of the toll roads in northern Indiana and also 120 in Indiana. So Kinderhook, you're okay right now. Fremont, northeastern Indiana, not quite yet. Clear Lake, yeah, that's also in northern Indiana. So honestly, this continues to look better and better for Michigan right now. We'll still hang tight here for just a little bit longer, but that is some good news there. Most of the rotation now in far northeastern Indiana. So we'll hang tight for another couple of minutes here. The severe thunderstorm warning, that's still going to go until 10:15 for 3/4-inch hail and also 60-mile-per-hour gust. And I want to read to you some of the damage reports that we have because some damage reports have come in this morning. So I'll let you know what we have here. But trees and power lines down at Pulver Road and Knoll Road. That's 3 miles southwest of Moore Park. That's St. Joe County. Power lines down on Nursery Street in Lawton. And also tree down on power lines on County Road 657. So that's also out of out of the Van Buren County area. We'll see what's fresh here in the chat, see if there's any new damage reports or anything like that. Funnel cloud. Okay, so there we go. That's why the tornado warning was issued. A funnel cloud was spotted in Kinderhook. The funnel cloud was at the intersection of South Angola Road and East Copeland Road. So that's why we got our tornado warning. Look, you see these things, you have to do it. And we understand why the National Weather Service decided to do that. So that report was 9:41. So we've got a funnel here now east of Kinderhook, now east of I-69. But that's why they issued the tornado warning, and understandably so. So again, that funnel cloud or rotation or maybe some kind of a spin up that's trying to get organized here is right on the Michigan-Indiana line. So that's the scene here. I'll see if there's anything else I can pull out here for you for just a brief moment here. We'll go ahead and look at the National Weather Service chat. And here's what they're doing now. They're going to continue the tornado watch in Calhoun County, even though they canceled it in Kalamazoo County. So that's the latest there. So, all right, let's go back to square one here, and we'll give you some fresh storm tracks. It's far lower, and the cell is almost out. So we have some good news here, but it's far lower. Branch County that continues to be under a tornado warning. The warning goes till 10:15, so that's another 20 minutes. The cell is going to be out of here much sooner than that, much sooner than that. So we'll be able to send you back to Let's Make a Deal here, I believe, right on time. But again, if you have friends in Northwest Ohio, you want to make sure that they're in their safe spot, because that's where the storm is toggling here. So this is Northwest, which is actually a town, Pioneer, over to Mill Creek, Brady. This is going to take it just north of the toll roads in far northwestern Ohio. So, and again, as we're looking at the motion here, even the worst of the core, and I'll take you to the core right here, and you see that silver contour indicative of maybe some hail between California and Fremont and Camden. Again, this has been a severe worn cell for a while now. So, it certainly makes sense to see all the lightning generation that we are seeing on the backside. And we're even seeing our hail tracks show up in blue, indicative of the possibility of hail. And I haven't seen a lot of hail reports or really any hail reports this morning, but it makes sense to include that in the warning. Okay, couplet now officially out of Michigan. So here's what we're going to do. Tornado watch continuing for Calhoun County, Cass St. Joe, and Branch. That goes till 3. The tornado warning officially going until 10:15. But we don't want to waste any of your time here. So warning goes till 10:15. Couplet now out of Michigan. So we're going to go ahead and send you back to programming here. But look, as we sort of open up the view one more time and just kind of clean up your screen, I'm going to show you what's ahead of us here. We still have cells that are forming out over Lake Michigan. There's still a lot of heavy rain in lower Calhoun County. We don't have any other active warnings, but we're not quite out of the woods just yet. So if anything else pops up, we'll keep you abreast. But certainly the great news here is Kalamazoo County no longer in the tornado watch. So we have just 4 counties that are in the tornado watch. And just very quickly to show you that couplet again, that's simply now out of Branch County. So to me, the National Weather Service Northern Indiana is going to cancel that tornado warning for Branch County, and they should, and they will. So we'll take you back to programming, and just know that, of course, we'll be live during News Channel 3, live at noon, with additional storm coverage and any damage reports as we sort of look through that, because we have a few of them. But that official funnel cloud report, that'll do it every time. That funnel cloud reported in the Kinderhook area. So please join us for News Channel 3 live at noon. We'll have the latest on when humidity is leaving the area, and really, honestly, a great forecast. We'll see you at 12.
Closed captioning sponsored in part by
1, 2, seals the block on a move. 3, 4, slide and soar. 5, 6, toss and mix. 7, 8, let it shake.
the only bag with the Easy Guide seal. Ziploc. Unlock life. SC Johnson.
Cats want taste. You want healthy ingredients. With Blue Tastefuls, you don't have to compromise. Pick up Blue Tastefuls today.
Gilt has the designers that get your heart racing. At insider prices, new every day. Hurry, they'll be gone in a flash. Designer sales at up to 70% off. Shopgilt.com today.
Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
That was fun. Also, name that tune Mondays on Fox.
Yes.
And tomorrow, Blake Lively will be here.
And live summer school continues. Thank you for having me.
for making News Channel 3 your most watched new news.
I'm Zach, a 20-year veteran of the Navy, and I live here in Michigan. In high school, I knew I wanted to go into the service. A lot of it had to do with loving my country. I remember being a 17-year-old kid from Michigan, standing there with my hand in the air, taking the oath. Even